I actually had my notepad and pen ready to take some notes and write down my advice, like real, just like 5 things that my advice to any beginner blogger. And then I realized, why don't I just shoot a more raw video of me talking with you guys and just kind of getting down on a real level, talk about my experience as a beginner blogger and any advice that I would have given myself when I was starting out. I have actually only had my blog for a year, which is crazy. I actually bought my domain in October of 2016. I didn't launch my blog until January of 2017, and by the time you are watching this, unless you're crazy into the future, it is 2018, relatively the beginning of 2018, February. Do I even know what month it is? It is February 2018. So I am a year into my blogging experience. To me, it's kind of been a year and a half because I started in October in my mind. The launch date wasn't really my real date in my opinion. So I've been doing this for a little while, and 10 months into my blog launch, I actually left my full-time position and took my blog full-time, and that was insane. But now, as I say here, I work for myself, and I am a full-time blogger slash freelancer slash entrepreneur slash I don't even know what you would call me, and honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Does anyone know what they're doing? So, my advice for any beginner, what I wish I could have told myself from the beginning was, to start, make sure that you know what the heck you're getting yourself into. So when I got started, I accidentally bought a WordPress.com site instead of a WordPress.org site. Huge mistake. If you want to start a blog, I actually have a free course that you can take with all my suggestions, recommendations, and steps to get you started to create a successful blog. So I will include that down below for you guys. You guys can go ahead and join Start Blogging today and start your blog. Make sure you know what you're getting into, from your website domain to your hosting server to what you're really getting into. You have to realize that as a blogger, you are putting yourself out there online. You are going to get people that don't like you. You're going to get negative comments. You're going to really struggle. You're going to get people that do think they know you and try to relate to you when they have no idea. And you just have to realize that you're putting your heart and your soul out there on the line and giving it to other people. It is no longer your story. I talk about my story a lot, my journey, and my personal, current, past, everything, struggles. I throw it all out there on the line because I think that's the best way to build my brand, is through extreme vulnerability. Along the way, I've received so much love, but I've also received hate from people. I have gotten nasty emails. I have gotten soliciting emails in a sexual way, and I've gotten things that I wouldn't expect to get. I delete comments on Instagram. I delete DMs. I have blocked people on Instagram, sadly. I wish I didn't have to, but by putting yourself out there, you're opening yourself up to this whole other world of amazing people, but also some creeps and some haters and some, what do they call those, trolls? Internet trolls? Oh yeah, you'll get internet trolls. And I heard this quote once that was like, if someone doesn't love you or if someone doesn't hate you, you're not doing all that much. You're just not, because you're not creating a reaction. But in another sense, you also need to know that what you're getting into when it comes to your time. Starting a blog, especially when you're working a full-time job or maybe you're a full-time student, starting a blog is going to take up a lot of your time. And you need to understand that if you want it to be successful, if you want it to grow, you need to put the time in. Otherwise, what's the point of throwing your money in? Oh, that's another great point when you need to know about what to expect. It's going to cost a lot of money. I actually wrote a blog post about what it costs to own a blog and all the blogging expenses I had in my very first year, and let me tell you, it was over $1,000. Yeah, I put over $1,000 in my blog. Crazy? Maybe. But I got $3,000 out of it, so in my case, I think it was a win. Talking about the time commitment, it is the biggest time commitment. Maybe not the biggest, because I was a swimmer and swimming took up a lot of my time. But blogging is a large time commitment, and you may not realize, because you may think, oh, I just take some photos, I write some words, and I put it online. That's just not the case. You have to realize that you are your own website designer. You're your own photographer, your own graphic designer, you're your own content creator, you're your own marketer, you're everything, you're public relations. When you start a blog, you are everything, and everything lies on you. And if you aren't willing to put in the hard work, if you aren't willing to put in the time and make the sacrifices that need to be made in order to make that blog successful, then it's just not going to be successful. Another tip would be stop worrying about how many followers you have and don't buy your followers. People can tell if you buy your followers. It's actually really funny. Alex the other day came to me and he had an Instagram account, I think a girl he went to high school with or something. And he was like, look at this girl. She's getting paid to do these sponsored posts on Instagram. Like, what? And I looked at her account and she had 200 posts that were very low quality and she had 56,000 followers. And I was like, no, she bought her followers. And Alex was like, no, she didn't. Why would brands support her? Why would brands pay for her to write a post? And I was like, she bought her followers. And he was like, no, how do you know that? So I went to her followers, I clicked on them, and I scrolled down a little bit, and I started to see all these spam accounts. You can tell they're spam accounts because typically they don't have a photo. Their username is very odd, and typically it's like followers something or Insta followers, and you can tell that their name is very odd. And then if you click on their profile, they will have typically 0 posts, they will have 3 of their own followers or 0 of their own followers, and they're following 4,000 accounts. Those are accounts that are used to buy followers, and those are the people that are following you. So there's no point. To get that number, people could tell that you're lying, and I'm really shocked the companies worked with that girl, but people can tell that you're lying, and people aren't going to want to follow you because you're not putting out quality stuff. What's the point? Having a lot of followers is going to get you nowhere if they're not quality followers. And at the beginning, so many people worry about how many followers they have and they're trying to grow so quickly, but it just doesn't happen like that. It just doesn't. And you shouldn't worry about how many followers you have. You should worry about the quality of content you're putting out and just in general, the quality of work you're putting out and the person that you are. People are going to care about you. People will notice if you are a good person and you're putting out quality stuff. People will notice, and that following will come. And once you have that following, trust me, the money will come as well. And that's what a lot of people worry about. I did a survey on Instagram the other day asking people about what they're trying to grow more, their money, like their income, or their following. And at the beginning, I had everyone say their money. And by the time the poll closed, it was 50-50. People said their following and their money. But that beginning spark of everyone just saying their money, it really stuck out to me because a lot of people don't realize that money comes along with your following. You can't just start making money if you have no one following you. If you don't have an audience, companies aren't going to want to work with you. You have nothing to leverage there. You need to take the time to build your audience, and your audience is directly related to your money. If you have a larger audience, the more money you'll be making. If you have a smaller audience, the less money you'll be making. And I know a lot of people talk about niche specific, like small niche blogs, and how that's what companies want to work with these days. It's true. Companies do want to work with small niche blogs because they have a really engaged audience, but you need to still build your following if you want to make a real money and if you want to make a real impact. So stop worrying about how many followers you have from the beginning. Focus on putting out quality stuff, and when you put out quality stuff, your following will come and the money will come as well. So you don't need to worry about your following or your money. I know you're still going to worry about it. Trust me, I've been worrying about it for the longest time, and it is hard to tell myself to just stop worrying, but there's nothing you can do but work on the stuff that you're putting out. Because why would anyone follow you anyways? You need to follow it back down. Why would anyone pay for you? Why would anyone follow you if you're not putting out quality stuff? It's as simple as that. If you want to make money, you need to actually have a plan on how you're going to make money and how you're going to grow. When I did that survey the other day, I actually had a majority of people saying that they did not have a plan in place on how they were going to grow, and I was stunned. I was stunned. I could not believe how many people did not have a plan on how they were going to grow. But if you want to make money, you need to have a money plan in place. So you need to determine where your money is coming from. And when you're doing that, you need to have income coming from a variety of different sources. So a lot of bloggers don't have money just coming from one source. It's not like they sell one online course and that's the only place of income. They typically have ads, they have affiliate income, they have sponsored posts, and I'm not even sure. There's a lot of different examples I could give you guys. My brain is blanking right now. But they have a variety of different sources of their income. Just think that income comes from a variety of different places. It flows to you from all directions, which is a great mantra to have. If you want to make money, don't concentrate so much on one thing. Don't concentrate so much on ads. It's going to take you a while to make money from ads. Trust me, it really is. But just have a variety of different sources of income and you'll be just fine. I believe in you. You'll be just fine. I think that's all I want to share today. I might actually make this a no continued series of different things I wish I would have known as a beginner or things I've learned as a blogger. We'll see where I take it. But for now, those are just kind of some of the basics that I think you guys need to know really not that blog related, but honestly, it's going to help you so much, and I really wish I had that information when I was getting started. So I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for supporting. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys back here in another video. Bye.